Hello, everyone. This is Lisa from Power Wheelchairs for Success. And today we're going to do a video that I've been waiting to do for quite some time. I did it a long time ago, but I didn't know much about YouTube or anything. And so I did a messy video. So I'm redoing it today. All right. So for those who are caregivers or people who are just starting with wheelchairs and need to know their parts, because if something goes wrong or if they need something or they need a part, they can speak the language or you can speak the language enough that you can get what you need. So let's start here. We're going to work on two different wheelchairs, the manual wheelchair and a power wheelchair. So it doesn't matter which one you have, the parts are going to be spoken about here. So the one on the bottom is a sports lightweight manual wheelchair. It's a style of manual wheelchair. The ones we know are medical, which I don't talk about much here, but the parts are about the same. The one up top, obviously, is the power wheelchair. All right, so let's start off with manual wheelchairs. And this wheel down at the bottom is called a caster. It's a small wheel and the best size. It's not too big, not too small. Between 3 and 5 inches will be just great. This is the foot plate or the foot rest. So it just depends on, who you're talking to, but it is the foot plate or foot rest. This is called the back wheel. You might want to say, well, Lisa, that looks like the main wheel. And it is. It is. It's a very important wheel in the manual wheelchair. It's called the back wheel. That inner wheel that you see on the back wheel is called the push rim. So that is what the user will use to propel themselves. So it's called the push wheel. The push rim, sorry. That is the seat, obviously. So they come in different sizes and different cushions. This roundish thing you see here on the side, that is not the wheel. That is a guard. It's called the clothing guard. And it's really important in manual wheelchairs because if you splash or whatever, you don't want your clothes rubbing on the wheels. So clothing guard, really important. There are two parts here. So the one on the left is the backrest. That's what they call the backrest. And the one on the back is the push handle. So if you get tired or whatever and somebody offers to push you, you say yes. Thank you. So that is the push handle. This is obviously a part of the frame. So anything that looks like a tube and it has nuts and bolts, that's the frame of the wheelchair. And it's really important to make sure that stays healthy. This is obviously, we're going to go into power wheelchairs now. Wheelchairs are wheelchairs, and most of the parts are called the same. So we're going to skip a lot of, the little wheels on the power wheelchair are called casters, just like the manual wheelchair. The footrest and the seat and the backrest, all the same. So we're just going to look at the parts that the manual wheelchair would not have. So this is a complex power wheelchair, what we're looking at here. And this is called a mid-wheel complex power wheelchair because the main wheel is in the middle, obviously. So this is it's called the mid wheel. It's called a mid wheel. And the one on top is the headrest. For some people, they need to rest their head or they don't have the strength in their neck to hold their heads up. So this is the headrest. This is another type of power wheelchair, and it is a front wheel power wheelchair. So this is a front wheel power wheelchair. This is a back wheel power wheelchair. It's a simple one because it doesn't unfold or anything. It's just as is. So this is a back wheel power wheelchair. This is we're going back to the complex power wheelchair. And you'll notice it has 2 joysticks. These are called the joysticks. So there's one in the back and one in the front. And that's because if this person is ill and they can't push themselves or they're tired or they fell asleep, then the caregiver can use the joystick in the back to ride them around. These are called knee rests. Not all power wheelchairs have them, but this one, because it's complex, it does. So these are just the knee rests. So here are the 3 types of power wheelchairs. You have the simple back wheel power wheelchair, you have a simple front wheel power wheelchair, and you have a mid-wheel complex power wheelchair. And there are complex power wheelchairs that have the wheel in the front or the wheel in the back. So, and that is all I wanted to cover. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. I'm hoping this presentation will help you in terms of if you have to call the provider or you have to call your therapist and explain, oh, this is the part that it seems like it's not working very well. So then you'll know what it's called, and it'll be easier to explain. This part on you'll I skipped one part in there, but it is the armrest. So manual wheelchairs for the most part don't have armrests. The medical wheelchairs do, but the power wheelchair usually will have an armrest. So you can see the armrest, you know where it is. I don't have to point it out with another arrow or another circle. You're smart enough. So, so I'm hoping this really helps, and that when you need to call your provider, that you can say, I know my parts, and this is the part that I'm concerned about. So any questions, any concerns, or anything that I missed, please let me know, and I'll be happy to add it down below. I'll also add some links that will take you to sites in which they'll also show you the parts in a different way. All right. I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you're here. Welcome and stick around. Take a look at any of our other videos on Power Wheelchairs for Success, and stay safe and stay well.